Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are in the world. This is Howie, and I'm here to help you win with money. Today is May 26, 2021. We're at the middle of the week number 21 for my options trading challenge. So before we load up E-Trade and trade, don't forget, if you want to level up your investment thinking, come join me on this Facebook group, Investing 102. Let's take a look at the markets. The markets look like it's picking up some steam. Up 11 on the S&P. NASDAQ is finally having an up day. So the market looks pretty good. We'll see what happens. Some people think the inflation fears are overblown. So we may end this week really good. So make sure you prepare for that if you're trading short term. If you're a long-term trader, you got to be careful. It only takes one bad news or something, and then the markets will drop 2 or 3 or 4%. So just be aware of that. So next, I want to talk about Riot blockchain. For those of you who know, in the past I was rolling every week, generally on a Monday or Tuesday, and I'll show you why I don't do that anymore. The problem was when blockchain touched $21 or $22, in order to reduce a early assignment, I pushed it a little bit further than I want. Because of that, we're out of weeklies, and you see we're in August 20th. So we're right here. We're still about 4 or 5 weeks ahead of where the weeklies are. You can see what I mean. July 2 is the last weekly that's available. So because I rolled it out to reduce some early assignment risk, I don't want to be buying. I'm using cash to back these up. These are cash secure put. I'm backing up this trade using $4,000 each, right? This is $4,200 and this is $39. So what I did was to reduce the risk, I pushed this out further. But because of that, I can't row. It makes no sense to row and add 4 weeks and reduce it $1 for a small premium. What you need to do is let some time catch up, and then we'll start this process again. I did this last week, I believe I rowed on the 18th. So for this one, let's wait also. Let's do no action on this. Okay, the next thing I'm going to look at is this SPY. You see these? I'm going to talk about this June 11th one. You see that the call, this is my short leg, is the 435. When you load up PowerETRADE, make sure you use SPY, select the right date. This one is 16 days to expiration. You see this red little corner, 435 today. What it's saying is it's a 4 delta with a 8% chance of happening, or 7.55. So there's many ways to play this. I can leave it and let it expire, or I can roll this down closer to a higher percentage. So instead of playing a 4 delta, I can readjust this to make it, let's say, a 7 or 8 delta with a 10 or 12% chance of happening and collect a little bit more premium. And on the put side, I have a free 90. You see the odds? Less than 1% chance of this is happening. It would need to drop 30 points or 300 points on the S&P 500 within the next few days. So you can see why the odds are really low. It's a less than 1% chance of happening. But if you look at the deltas, it's only a -6 delta. So there are times where, do I want to just move it up $2? Is it really worth it? I can play around with the numbers and see, do I want to increase the risk. But I rather, instead of moving the put side, I actually rather move down the call side, because what that's saying is markets will need to hit all-time highs. It would need to break above the 422 or 423 area. So I may just play the call side. And real quickly, you can see that this trade went across. I collected like a 12 cents credit. You time that by 7. It's about 70 some odd dollars, maybe even $80. And for fun, I actually did the same thing. I rolled this up $4 on the put side. The net difference was 7 cents times 7 is $49. But when you minus 7, you minus $14 from it. I only made $30 for this row. It's not as much as you think, because you have to close one and open one. So it's 14 contracts. And actually it's 14 contracts, but it's twice as number because I have both the short leg and the long leg. So you know the math. So that's $14 in commissions right there. So here's another one that you see here. You see how I have my short put is at 380. I'm thinking about moving this up $7, and I'll show you what the odds are. So 380 is right here. You see that the odds are It's a 8 delta, minus 8 delta with less than 1% chance of happening. I was thinking about moving it $7 to over here to a minus 11 delta or a 2% chance of happening. Now, I want to make sure I have some downside protection, so I don't want to go all the way up here to 400. I think I just rather leave it down here. But again, I'm making an extra premium. And I decided to go with a free 88. You can see what happens if you collect 14 cents. It's $130 extra. I'm going to start at 15 or 16 and then see can we roll it down. So let's try it at 16 cents first. I may have to move to 14, but it's $142 even with $22 commissions. And just like that, the 11 contracts went across. I did move it up $8. I collected another $100 in premium. Again, I'm adding more risk. This is 30 days out. What I'm hoping for is the market settles in a trading range so I can take my profit and run. For my next trade, I'm looking to do something really safe. So I'm looking at 86 days out, which is further than what I normally like, but I'm okay with that. I have a couple $1,000 that I want to put to work. And I'm looking at something like this, a free 75 maybe, which is a 8% chance of happening, minus 16 delta. And on the short call side, I'm looking at a 450. Obviously that means all-time highs. Right now the price at all-time highs at 422 or 423. So this one, even though it says 15% chance of happening, 11 delta, I'm okay with that. That would mean we would have to have like 8 or 9 or 10 or 15 days of new record highs. So I'm okay with that. So let's put on the trade. So I end up settling for something like this. I'm going to hit the refresh button, make sure the price is right. You see that I have $5,000 in this small account and I have 80 grand in mostly holdings, but I do using cash. So I'm going to use free contracts, collect a little bit of credit. You don't make a lot. Most people tell you should be collecting $3 or $4. I don't really care. I like it really safe so I can collect a little bit less in premiums, but the chances of me losing are very slim or none because I actually roll them and fix them way before they get tested. So you never want to really wait until you're tested before you start rolling. You want to start fixing them as soon as you can based on what you think the market's going to do. So here you go. I'm just going to load this by a penny or two until it goes. You see I probably have to move it down to about 50 or $1.49 before it'll sell. But these are the things that you're not going to fight for a penny here. I'm not going to argue for a penny. So let's, oh, there it goes. It went across. You see that? And if I just do, hang on, it's still updating. You see that? And once you hit this button here, you'll see that it went across. So it finally went across. I'm going to hit the view all button, clean up the transaction here. So that's another trade in the books. And I don't know, I'll look around for another trade to see if there's anything else for me to do. And last trade of the day just happened about a minute ago. I just did a Fastly. This is a cover call. I rolled it out further into the future, another 2 more weeks. I moved it up $2 more, and you can see I collected a little bit under $40 for it. So I'm just trying to move it up still, away, farther in time. Fastly is moving up today. So I think that's it for today. Hey, don't forget, comment below, give me a thumbs up. This helps other traders. A lot of people don't record their trades. A lot of people don't teach what they're doing. A lot of people just teach the basics and the basic foundation stuff, but no one ever walks through how a trade works. If you want to help people learn how to trade better, these videos do help. I'm using real data, real portfolio, real money. I've been trading, like I said, I do over 1,000 trades a year. I make money on average every 11 months out of the 12 months is basically my average right now. I'm trying to get that higher. I would love to say I make money in 49 or 50 weeks out of the year, but I'm not there yet. I'm working on it. Don't forget, hey, let's do this together. Let's do this $1 at a time. As always, have a profitable day. Bye-bye.